the most feared receivers in the NFL, is likely leaving Philadelphia, likely going to New England, likely happening after June 1st. The Eagles are operating this entire draft knowing their number one receiver is probably gone. And ChasersNation, we need to talk about that and what that means for the rest of the NFL and, of course, the Eagles. Meanwhile, the NBA players gave us wire-to-wire upsets on one night. The NHL dropped the puck, and somebody got blown out 6-1. And Shohei Ohtani just did something that hasn't happened in Dodger history in decades. It's Monday night. The weekend was wild. ChasersNation, we are live, episode 505. The Weekend Rewind. It starts right now.
This is Sports Chasers, where real fans get real sports talk. No hot takes, no narratives, just objective perspective, honest debate, and everything happening across the sports landscape. Now, let's join the chase.
Hey, good evening, everybody. What's happening, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers coming to you, man. We're live and direct here on a Monday night. We're a little bit late, man. Shout out to all those that's chiming in with us tonight, man. Before we get into it, man, make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit all the bells for all the notifications. And those that's listening to me under the sound of my voice on the podcasting side, y'all been doing a real great job on that side, man. I appreciate you guys. We appreciate you. Y'all know what it is. We need that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star review. 5-star review. Love us or hate us. Let us know how we're doing. Hey, I want to say some other. Hey, put it in the comments also for those that are watching, man, tonight, man. So, hey, we got a lot get up for you tonight, man. A lot of happening over the weekend. We've been working over the weekend. A lot of things happening that we covered. Make sure you check it out, man. A lot of great sports content we covered over the weekend, man. So check out the Chasers here. ChasersNation, we appreciate you. We love you. Thanks for all those that's chiming in. We got, of course, Finesse Warren. She's always chiming in. Our number one fan. I'll call her our what I want to call her. She's our chaplain, man. The Sports Chasers chaplain, man. Shout out to Finesse Warren, man. Thank you so much. D-Dubs, good evening, sir. How are you? You are muted, sir, and you got to get $5, bro.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, we're good, man. Did I do a good job?
Oh, yeah, you did an awesome job.
Yeah.
Man. You was right on. Well, you know what? I got to start giving you those 2 words, bro. That helps for everything, man.
Yeah.
2 words mean every and anything, man. So,
yeah, we trying to do this good, man. Trying to be, nice.
Yo, man, we trying to level
aesthetically
up,
pleasing on the eyes, man. You know what I'm saying? All that helps, man. All this nice fancy lighting and stuff.
Lights, cameras, action, man, lights, cameras, action. Ain't that what Mr. Cheeks told us, man? Right?
Mr. Cheeks, shout out to Mr. Cheeks, Queens.
Mr. Cheeks, kid. Queens in the building, man. So, hey, man, a lot went on this weekend, man. The rest of the crew, they should be joining us shortly, man. The DA, Ryan, the angry one, man. I got another Dear James letter, man. So we'll be reading that tonight, man.
Yo, another Dear James.
Another Dear James, man. I got another one. So,
shout out to the New York Giants for doing what the Cowboys should have did last year with Michael Parsons. This is how you do it. Trade.
The Giants said, "Oh, you ain't feeling this? We're not feeling you either. We really don't like how you're."
We ain't mad at him. Listen, he had. I told y'all from the get. Let him go. It's okay. We'll go get something. There's plenty of other things that we need to do anyway. So it's like shoring up that offensive line once again. And if we could get something like that, we could get a defensive guy, offensive guy, and another defense in the second round.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
I get it. Yeah, I definitely get it, man. So
we'll be all right.
It'll be all right. Let me just jump into the Chasers posts. I know it's what the streets are saying, man, as far as any news and notes, storylines, of course, that have hit the streets since we've been on since last Thursday, man. So let me get right to it, man. The World Cup. The World Cup 2026. All my soccer FIFA fans, the World Cup it will be here shortly. So we're gonna dive into something real quick here, and this is from April 14th, and this is from Carl Campanale of the New York Post. And let me just read this. Here's the part of global sports nobody wants to talk about. Fans are getting priced out before they even reach the stadium. And this situation around MetLife Stadium might be one of the worst examples we've seen yet. Let's break this down, because if you thought the ticket prices are bad, wait till you hear what might cost you just to get to the game.
Yeah, bro.
So I can speak on this because I lived in the New York metropolitan area. I was born and raised there. I took New Jersey Transit several times out to me and D-Dubs took that a couple of times out there to either the Brendan Burns Meadowlands Arena or what became the Izod Arena, formerly the place where the New Jersey Nets used to play and the New Jersey Devils play. New Jersey Devils play in Newark now at Prudential Center, and as y'all know, the Nets moved across the river to Brooklyn. Jay-Z and the places down there in downtown on Flatbush and Atlantic Avenue at the Barclays Center. So New Jersey Transit plans a massive fare increase to travel to MetLife Stadium during the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Ticket prices could jump up to 775% higher than normal fares. Let me read that again. Ticket prices could jump up to 775% higher than normal fees. Example, a typical round trip fare could go from around $4 to $5 to $35 per ride. So, all my people that never lived in New York, or if y'all think about going to the World Cup, or if you're ever in the New York City area, you're going to check out a Giants game, or you're going to the Prudential Center to go check out the Devils, whatever, and you're staying in Midtown, or you're staying in the outer boroughs, man, usually people to do this ride, they'll go to Penn Station and catch New Jersey Transit and get on New Jersey Transit. The typical ride, as I just said, is $4 or $5, right? But now in this summer with the World Cup here, that fare is, as I just said, $35. The surge pricing targets fans attending matches at MetLife Stadium, a major world venue. Officials justify the increase due to demand, logistics, and operational costs. Critics are calling it price gouging and fan exploitation. MetLife Stadium will host multiple high-profile World Cup matches, including later stages games. This could create accessibility issues for everyday fans, especially local. So now, what I've read that the FIFA doesn't want nobody tailgating, so tailgating is out the question. You can't tailgate at the game. Now you got this increased ticket price, but D-Dubs, you said you got another perspective on this from a guy who has lived life, a guy that me and you know very well. He's probably listening right now as we are talking. But go ahead.
Shout out to Paulie. Paulie's told me.
Yeah, shout out to Paulie Warren. Shout out to that, man.
Paulie said, "Listen, man. Yeah, I understand. Because I couldn't understand what the 700%, 727% increase.
Yes.
To take a train that usually costs about $12, $13, right? 14, maybe somewhere around there. It's been a while.
On the higher end, right?
Yeah, on the high end.
Yeah.
It's been a while. I don't frequent that place, New York City, much, right? So I was like, man, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at it from the aspect of a fan going to this World Cup. It's already a lot of money, and then you taxing again the tax on transportation. But then he brought this to my attention when he said, "Hey, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. They're gonna tear up the trains and tear up the buses and everything else. Yeah, $100. Yeah, that's recoup money." And when he said that, I said, from a business standpoint, and the trains and the buses and all that stuff, yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I understand, because you get, how long is that World Cup at that now?
So I'm about to be for a month from what my
right
is. Yeah.
Yeah, man, come on, man, you already know. So they took out the tailgating. That's another thing that they don't want. They don't want another people coming who don't have tickets, or who's not going to be going there. So that's a whole it's a whole thing to it, man. Because then that means they have to bring out more police, more people, more security, everything, just to corral that crowd or maintain the crowd. to make it a nice, safe experience.
So to give you some logistics on it, the World Cup is running from June 11th to July 19th. United States, 11 cities, Mexico, 3 cities, Canada, 2 cities. Format is 48-team World Cup, expanded from 32 teams, 104 matches, 12 groups of 4, top 2 plus 8, best third place team advance. Opening match, you got Mexico versus South Africa at Estadio Azteca on June 11th. The USA Open is Paraguay. USA Open is versus Paraguay at SoFi Stadium at Inglewood on June 12th. Canada's Open is versus Bosnia and Herzegovina at BMO Field in Toronto on June 12th. So,
with that being said, you got people from all over coming, right? So
yes.
you can understand. I understand the business sense of it. You understand why they charging that type of money.
Correct.
It is what it is.
So, yeah, good evening, sir.
Hey, excuse me. I apologize for my lateness.
Oh no, you're good, bro. We're diving in and talking about the World Cup and how it's going to cost you about $35 one way to go to Giant Stadium from Penn Station. So
it's
business.
It's the cost of doing business, man.
Yep.
You know, that's basically what it is, man.
And entertainment.
And everybody else pays. Like, you know, the reality is it's done to scale of the country. America is doing it in a way that's really, really, really spread out. I'm not really sure how much this is going to work.
Right.
But, you know, I give all credit to those that try. So the reality is they are making an attempt at it. And I don't know, man. I really don't know, man, because you had one game in Montreal, and then because what happens is in most other places when they have it, people can go from one game to, you know, you can't do that here. Like, you know, if you're going to games in Canada, like you can't go to the next game in Florida, you know. So I mean, yeah, it's you'll have to be extremely rich to play it that way. But you will see there's a lot of very rich people that go to these things. But you can't go to, like I just heard the end of it, and you know, you're talking about BMO Stadium in Canada, and then you have SoFi, and then you know another game is going to be in Florida somewhere, and then you know there's going to be one somewhere in the Midwest, or like you can't, I'm with it. You know, I'm down for it. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm down for every match. I'm down for Bosnia versus this one. I'm down to watch it all. But I'm just saying it's going to be a little bit weird, you know, the way it's going to be spread out, especially for people that would like to see or go to the events. But it's the World Cup, man. It's the biggest sporting event on the planet.
So the U.S. hosted the World Cup, the men's FIFA World Cup, once before in 1994. The tournament holds the highest average attendance in FIFA history. The U.S. is set to host the second one. Let me just try to look at some of the venues. Known for its success despite low initial expectations, the 1994 tournament saw over 3.58 million fans attend, a record that still stands today.
Yeah, so, you know, like I said, I'm there for all of it, man. I'm there for all of it. And, you know, there are a lot of favorites, I guess, teams. But at the end of the day, there's always gonna be a surprise. Always. Somebody's not gonna make it there, but in football, the cream rises to where it needs to be. So, you know, it's you're not gonna have like a team from nowhere winning the World Cup. You know, you'd like to think so, but you know, it's not going to happen that way. But the travel and, you know, there's a lot of security things, a lot of logistics things that are still people are not really sure about. from a security perspective and all the rest of those things, because TSA is not up to snuff yet, right? People back to work and all the rest of those things that will need to be in place, believe you me, because people come from all over the world to go to these events. So, you'll have people, an influx of individuals from everywhere coming to America, and we're going to you have to treat them with respect, but at the same time have, law enforcement have a keen eye on it, but, you'll have to do that here. And sometimes Americans are not the most welcoming of folks. So we'll see.
Gotcha. Ryan, good afternoon, sir. How are you? Good to see you, brother. Hear from you, I should say.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on?
What up?
We chilling, kid. We chilling. We just talking about the World Cup and just some of the logistics about it. Let me get to the second one. SoFi Stadium. He says, here we go again. Where am I pointing at here? Oh yeah, here we go again. Big money, big events, and big expectations. But are we really prepared for what's coming to all the other stadiums? And this is from Yahoo Sports on the other day. So SoFi Stadium, SoFi Stadium construction updates underway in preparation for major global events. Stadiums is set to be centerpiece venue for the 2026 FIFA World Cups. Work includes transportation upgrades, infrastructure improvements, and surrounding area development. Major concern: traffic flow, accessibility around the stadium. Billions already invested, but more spending continues to ensure readiness. Critics are whether planning is behind schedule. Focus is not just on that stadium, but the entire the other venues as well. And I don't know if you guys noticed that they, out of all the and DA is probably a little bit closer to this than the rest of us are. The rest of all the stadiums during this FIFA day, there will be no artificial turf.
Yeah,
Zero.
Yeah, they had to change
grass.
So all the NFL venues that had artificial, they have ripped that up, and they are putting, as they call it, the pitch. The pitch will be natural Bermuda grass or whatever grass that's used for that.
Yeah, well, and it's hard because it like when you rip up turf or artificial grass per se and put down turf, you're kind of just putting sod now, right? So it's not necessarily ingrown grass attached
to the earth.
Yeah, so part of the game of football is slide tackles, which will bring up your side if it's not, let's say attached or started growing in or part of it. So there may be some technology to do it, but it's just part of the game. You look in other countries when they slide tackle, which happens a million times a match, the grass doesn't come up. It stays. So we hope that happens and that no one gets hurt. Because if they do, they're just going to blame America for it, which is, good, bad. I don't know, but so my hope is that they can keep it right.
Right. So I'll give you my.
I think there's more.
Ahead, Ryan.
I think there's more. So yeah, I think there's more injuries on the artificial turf is what they say too, as far as with football.
Yeah, they don't even play with it overseas. They don't. Yeah, they don't even have it.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, right. So. Yeah, you got to play on something that you're familiar with. You don't want to start playing on artificial turf if you as a football player, soccer football player. Not for the World Cup, man. Everybody's got to be at their best. It's too important. It's probably the most important sports event in the history of sports.
The World Cup. Everybody hopes that everybody has to respect it, right? Like it's respected overseas. So you can't cheap it out. So I don't know, we just pull up the turf and I'm going to get this sod from Lowe's and just put this sod down from Lowe's and You know, hey, you guys don't get hurt. So, you know,
Right.
so yeah, it's gonna have to be done a wee bit differently, but I think they respect the game. I believe that the folks in charge of it respect the game. Now, logistically, you know, sometimes things just don't happen on time. And this is due to a lot of other things going on in the world, where things, you know, may be up in the air and not done the right way or so forth and so on. But my hope is that everything will be right by the time the games start to kick off.
Let me read this real quick.
But as of now, Kev, I'm not going to say any more. They are behind schedule.
Let me read this real quick. Key grass details. Many stadiums, such as Lumen Field, use natural grass woven with artificial fibers for stability. A blend of 84% Kentucky bluegrass and 16% perennial ryegrass is being used for durability, particularly in cooler regions. Stadium conversions such as Gillette Stadium and AT&T Stadium are installing temporary natural grass systems complete with drainage, sand, peat, and artificial lighting. Researchers from the University of Tennessee and Michigan State University are overseeing the project to ensure consistent quality across all 16 venues. Installations in cities like Seattle, the new hybrid grass is installed over a gravel layer with vacuum ventilation to ensure it remains healthy, with initial matches indicating it plays at a high quality, fast, natural surface. So that's where we're at. Go ahead.
All good. My fingers are crossed.
I will say this. One of the reasons why I did bring this up too, right? So those stadiums we said, like Gillette Stadium and AT&T Stadium, you know, they have what? Jerry World and in New England, with Robert Kraft, they have artificial turf. And a lot of NFL fans, and I don't know if the Players Association has said anything. Well, why can't we have this when we're playing?
Well, hopefully they'll leave it. All right. I would assume, like, if it's in there for the World Cup, just leave it there.
Well, they're gonna leave it, but then they have to maintain it, and if they're gonna maintain it correctly,
that's you know,
then they're gonna rip it up because they got to have other events there. D.
You know, concerts. You
gotta have, but Beyonce there 17 times. You know, Cowboy Carter. Then you gotta have Mellencamp and whatever else is going on.
You know, it's weird though. Like, so, my brother used to drive. My brother was driving tour buses for NSYNC, right? And NSYNC, and what's the other kids?
New Kids in the Block.
Bigger than them. Not Blackstreet.
Maroon 5.
Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
And you know, he took us to a concert, and this was way back. This was the late 90s. And at Giants Stadium. And the concert was on the turf. The chairs, they brought everything out, and the chairs are sitting on the damn turf at Giants Stadium. So it can happen. I think it was grass or turf. Right, the late 90s, what were they playing on? Not AstroTurf. AstroTurf was gone by then.
I want to think they was playing on grass because, you know, a couple times the old Giants Stadium, they had grass there for a little. And Kerry Collins and them. Yeah. That was about it. I'm just, you know, hey, I'm not sure the cost to maintain that either. So I can't just throw money out or take money out of people's pockets. So we'll see what happens.
No, I just, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. Like, you know, turf is hard, man. They, you know, from what I'm reading, to maintain it.
To maintain my grass. So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just saying, man. So then you could talk about all these stadiums at the same. I don't know who's getting charged with all that.
Yeah, well, listen, man.
No. FIFA, I think FIFA's footing the bill for that. I believe
taking care of all the grass in there.
Yeah, now you keeping it is on you.
That's on you, right?
But
right.
Yeah, they'll pay to put it in. They get it right.
So you say, hey, Cincinnati, you know they ain't keeping it.
Yeah, they too cheap for that. So, what's your boy name though, Kev, out there where you at in Florida? He said, "Yo, I'm not playing on no turf." You know, what's his face, man?
Messi. Yeah,
Messi said, "I'm not playing on it. I don't even walk on it." I'm not doing nothing with that turf, man.
They just opened up a brand new stadium, man, out by the airport down here. They was playing out in Fort Lauderdale, and that was grass, and they just opened up this brand new stadium out here probably about 2 weeks ago.
The dude is not doing it, man. And I guess if you want to get guys from overseas to play down there, that's probably a big draw, right? That you have that all grass stadium.
Yeah, let me read this also. For the 2026 World Cup, FIFA is also enforcing a clean stadium policy requiring 14 of 16 host stadiums to remove corporate branding, including stadium names, logos, and advertising. The policy is aimed at protecting exclusive sponsors and preventing ambush marketing. Will force venues like MetLife Stadium to be called the New York, New Jersey Stadium to temporarily adopt generic geographics. Yeah. The policy protects FIFA's official partners as non-FIFA sponsors logos are prohibited inside any of the exteriors of the venue. Affected 14 of the 16 venues, including AT&T Stadium, will be called Dallas Stadium, and Lumen Field will be called Seattle Stadium. Exceptions is BC Place in Vancouver is expected to keep its name, and Mercedes-Benz Stadium
in Atlanta, in Georgia,
exception for its roof logo.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna cover that up?
No, they're
gonna leave it. They're gonna leave that alone.
An exception on that. The extent of changes, roughly 2,000 branded elements, including seats and signage, must be covered, according to What's Up Dunwoody on this business site. Exceptions, Vancouver's BC Place is expected to keep his name, and I said Mercedes, the name changes are temporary and will be reverted immediately following the tournament.
That tells you how big this is.
When I first saw it, I said the arrogance, but then I said, like how you said, I said, oh no, this is just big money right here. FIFA got long money.
Yeah, it just shows you how big this is, that they paying people for 2 weeks to say, this is not your stadium.
Yeah, it's generic.
It's just a state. We're not.
It's just stadium.
Yeah.
So it's almost like playing Nintendo back in the days, and back in the days you was playing baseball game.
It wasn't Madison Square Garden. I'll tell you that. It wasn't.
Was it called the New York
Yankee Stadium?
New York Arena.
Yeah.
That's good. Now it shows two things. One, that big money talks. And big bank take little bank. So, the little guys that own them stadiums that think they're rich and they're advertising, FIFA comes in. Nah, we putting all that in the back right now.
Yeah. By the way, dog, that signage on the top, MetLife, sir, we're going to pay you to take it off.
Yeah, you're going to take that off, man.
And we're going to cover it, and we're going to cover it until the last
game.
Game.
Yeah, that's that.
And that's that. And you'll be happy.
Yeah, even if the finals is not in that stadium, it's all the way across the country. It's not going to say MetLife. All right, you wait till the whole thing's over. So,
yeah,
big bank take little bank.
Big bank take little bank, man. So that's what it is when it comes to FIFA. Like I says, we're going to probably have. We're working on getting somebody to come talk about this World Cup games. When they are going about, man. So we're working on getting that. Let me go to golf real quick. And if y'all remember a couple years ago, man, about to live, and when DA went off like the Viz.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. But how some people were saying, oh, how can Live Golf do this? And man, it's capitalism, bro. If the Saudis got this enough money to pay, hey, it's just what it is. But looks like things have changed. And this is from Front Office Sports from David Rumsey. He says this. Well, I'll say this. Live Golf came in as a disruptor with deep pockets. But now the question is, are those pockets starting to feel a little tighter? Let's dive into this, because this isn't just about golf. This is about sustainability, power, and whether Live Golf can actually survive long term. Live Golf is actually seeking new investors to support the league's future. The league has been primarily funded by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, PIF. Despite massive spending on players and events, profitability remains unclear. Leadership, including the CEO, Greg Norman, is exploring outside capital to stabilize and grow the league. Talks of potential partnerships of investment suggest long-term financial strategy concerns, Live Golf continues to battle with the PGA Tour, including ongoing negotiations and unresolved tensions. The move signals a shift from unlimited funding perception to structured business reality. The league still aims to expand globally, but needs financial backing beyond Saudi funding. DA, I'll toss this to you real quick.
It happens.
Okay.
If you don't have the financial legs to do it.
But the Saudis said they always had the money.
Well, Saudis did have the money, but the world changes. Money changes. Things happen, right? So as Live Golf started, right? And this is the thing that, like, we talk about this. I think me and D, we always talk about this on the show.
Yes.
These things happen as a reaction to something else, right? There would not be a Live Golf if the PGA would have let somebody in, or, you know, let this group into play, or made some rule changes that golfers were actually asking for at the time, right? So golfers asked for things to be a little bit more relaxed. You know, at family time, we don't have this, you do this. Yeah, you can't, you know, you can poo it because you're a professional and you can win this much money in the weekend or whatever it was, right? But it was, Live got its first spark because what it changed, at least at the beginning, people liked it. They were like, yo, yeah, they're playing only 3 days. They're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing the other thing. Now, whether their idea was right, you know, because Kev, you actually play golf, and their style of play, which is more laid back and so forth and so on, would people, I guess they believed at the time, people might, you know, get into this, playing in shorts and walking, you know, whatever. But as time went on, I don't think they got the players from the PGA that they wanted over there. Now, they got some, right? Because Rory won, and Rory was a Live guy. He left, right?
No, Rory's still here. No, Rory's a PGA guy. That was,
who was the guy? There was some guys that left and came back. Right?
Your main man, Bryson
DeChambeau. Right. So, you know, they needed, the PGA needed those players, and I think by them kind of bowing down and saying, hey, you can play over here too and play over there, I think that was what took the legs out of Live. Because, you know, it was, you still wanted those players over here. The style of play over here was still more conducive to folks, and I guess they liked it more than what Live did. And then the other side is the financial side. You know, if they weren't making as much money or ROI, as we say, with the investors, yeah, a lot of the advertisers and people that were putting money up with the Saudis, you know, after their contracts was up, you know, they probably said, it wasn't enough. You know, we didn't get enough back on what we put in. Not so that they lost money, but it seems like to me that some of the advertisers on Live that were there, that left Live, is because they didn't get what they thought they would get financially, you know, and this happens in business all the time, man. It's a good idea, I guess, because it worked for a while, but it just turned out to be a failed idea, you know, and you're on that boat rolling downhill.
Roll your boat.
Yeah, they rolling downhill. People are not, no.
Yeah, you know, it always sounds good. Opening up and, yeah, we should have another sports league to go against the NFL. That sounds good.
Yeah. Sounds hellified good. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got the players and, yo, we got this, and we're going to go head to head until we go head to head. You notice that there's nobody in the seats. There's nobody in the stands.
Yeah.
Part of
and
business,
I don't know.
man.
Yeah.
They tried it. They tried it.
Yeah. I can't knock them.
Can't knock it.
They
You know
gave
what I'm
it a
saying?
shot,
It is what
man.
it is.
Yeah, they gave it a shot.
You know what I'm saying? You that's why this is a great thing called capitalism, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes,
It is what it is.
Facts. I don't really have a problem with it. You know,
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, they tried it. They went to get the bag, man. The money
and they
was
got
over
it for a little while. They made it for a little bit.
they made. Yo, listen, you got it. You got it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't permanent like you would want it. It didn't last long, but for the time period that it last, you got a good bag out the day.
Yeah, what they got like 2-3 years, it was kind of rocking, and then things was like
yeah,
you know, kind of fell to the wayside.
Oh, you figure because this is all during the COVID period, right, Kev? Is that
Yeah.
right?
If I remember correctly, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you
But
got
that makes sense.
you got a good 4-year run out of it, maybe two to 4 years.
And listen,
2 to
and
3
it's not saying that they don't make money today.
No,
It's just saying that financially they're not making what they thought they would make to keep this thing valid, to keep to keep you wanting, or investors to want to invest.
The numbers
money.
is not jiving like they thought it was. You know how it is. They come up. You got a plan. You got the numbers. This number says this, and then after you get it, put it out there, you launch it. It don't. It's not.
It doesn't sustain. It's not sustainable.
It doesn't. It's not sustainable. That's all. I don't think it's not nothing big.
Let me read this. This is about 26 minutes ago from Mark Schlabach of ESPN Golf, and he says this. PGA Tour Leadership CEO Jay Monahan is exploring possible pathways for LIV Golf players to return. This signals continued negotiations between the PGA Tour and Saudi-backed LIV Golf. The divide between the tours have been driven largely by massive financial backing from Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, PIF. The PGA Tour is facing pressure to unify the sport after losing top talent to LIV. Potential return scenarios could include reinstatement policies, eligibility requirements, possible penalties or conditions. Some top players who left, like major champions, are still impacting the global golf landscape. The split has created confusion amongst fans, fragmented competition, weakened traditional tournament fields. A reunification could restore competitive balance, boost TV ratings and sponsorship value, and bring legitimacy back to the unified tour.
Yeah. Imagine the marketing, man. Imagine the marketing for dudes coming back, to play in the FedEx or to play in the Masters. They're back. And they got their tournaments, right? Like globally, there's still a lot of LIV tournaments where dudes are doing well, and it's probably going to take a little bit of PGA dudes to still be PGA dudes, but maybe go over there and play a few LIV joints,
Right.
So that's all. It's
just like any other merger.
Yeah.
Right. Any other merger, right? You got the AFL, NFL, right? The mighty NFL, and then the AFL thought they was going to do something. NFL swallowed up the NFL.
The NFL needed the AFL to be here today. They needed to do that, right? Yes. The NBA needed to merge with the ABA to still be here as we know them today. It had to happen. So these are good things, and it's not a loss for LIV because remember, they did what they did for a reason, right? The LIV just didn't come out of a cockamamie, idea of some guy in Saudi Arabia. There was a reason why they did this, and it's if the PGA is looking to merge back with them, or they feel they need them to, revalidate the PGA Tour, then they not gonna say they won, but let's say point well taken, right? Not gonna say LIV won, but they can say point well taken. We said this is why we moved off to do this, and y'all see that there was at least some valid points. Maybe not all of them, but there was some valid points. And hey, okay, now you guys are saying let's merge back up and make it whole again. That's fine, but I think it'll work I think LIV is probably like, yeah, shoot, man, we losing money today. So, right. We'll get back into it. Or maybe they're not losing it now, but they can see on the horizon on their balance sheets that in 3 years, it may not be what it is today. You know what I mean? It may not financially be what it is today. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's good for the sport. I think LIV being born was good for the sport. And I think them pulling it back together is also good for the sport. So,
got you. The Angry One, good evening, sir. How are you? Good to see you, bro, as always.
What's going on? How y'all doing tonight, man? Sports Nation, how y'all feeling out there?
ChasersNation, you? What's good, man? Good, man. Good. Yeah, LIV Golf. Like I said, man, things happen. You try business, like D-Dub said. They had a good run. For whatever the reason, and they're gonna try to unify these people. As if you think it like look at some I guess I gotta talk about it. Look at WWE and WCW, right? When Vince unified both what you would call it, both talents.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that back then, though. But yeah, when it happened, I was like, what I thought WCW was actually rocking, you know, a little bit harder than WWF back then when they came together. But
that's why he bought them.
Yeah.
That's why he bought them. They were competition.
You know, WCW had this here. They had this. They had that 4. They had the 4 horsemen. You know what I'm saying?
They had the 4 horsemen. They had the NWO, and that thing was rocking.
Yeah.
And DX couldn't.
Sting was still doing it.
So
yeah. Old man Sting was still there doing his thing. Yeah, boy, so, you know, in the wheelchair, not talking.
Now, if the fans would have got what they really wanted back then, instead of waiting for these guys to get older and a little bit longer in the tooth, so that's Sting versus Undertaker. You get icons from both. You know, organizations. That's what you know what I'm saying. That's what the fans wanted. But y'all wait till
it took too long for Hulk Hogan
to try to pull that off.
It took too long for Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair.
You know, I mean, that was
Or the old what's that? Legion of Doom. What's it right? The Road Warriors. You know. So
Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors. Yeah. Or
my Steiner brothers.
Taking DA down, remember lane.
Oh man,
pressure from WrestleMania 42.
Big Papa Pump.
The Harlem Heat.
The Harlem Heat. My Big Papa Pump said, "I got you, baby mama." Big Papa Pump, baby. Yeah, you know,
Big Papa Pump versus Ric Flair. I mean, not Ric Flair, Rick Rude. These are things that we should have. It is what it is, man.
But it was, oh man.
No, and no, we're not about to talk about this WrestleMania.
No, we're not. Because I'm telling you, those dudes are athletes, but that's not a sport. You can lie and you can get mad at me all you want. Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comment section.
If the outcome of the match is already written and predetermined, it's not a sport. But those dudes are athletes.
I mean, there's some people out there who say the NBA and the NFL the same way. So
I already told you that. I listen. Don't ask me because me and Darryl saw it with our own eyes. We watched college games together, and we both said, "Oh yeah, Tennessee is going to lose this game. It's going to end up being tie score, and then blah 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 is going to kick a field goal." And that happens, and I'm like, "Damn! I wish I had $5 to bet on anything. I'd be rich."
Hey,
on anything.
I'll tell y'all a story. I remember being on East 40th Street with these two Warren brothers up at the top, and it was Utah and Chicago. And I vividly remember watch Mike get this steal and watch Mike win this. And sure, that is exactly what I'm saying. I mean,
and that game was on a Sunday, I believe.
He actually called it just like that, how it happened. And I was like, yeah, well, you know, at the time, you know, Santa Claus is real, man. You know.
I just knew this year was over for me. I watched that game and I said, wow. I said, damn.
What will any of you go out there like Pat McAfee and get your neck broken?
No.
Please don't mention that guy's name, please.
Never. I'm not doing none of that, man. Please. I'm not doing any of that. I'm not even going to the match. So, you know, yeah.
Those who watch WWE 2 to 3 weeks knows that Pat McAfee is a no name. That's a no-go. Don't even bring that man up.
You put me, ain't gonna break my neck. Put me through no table. No.
I just happened to be at lunch, and I was in the sports bar at lunch today at work, and I was like, "Yo, why is this guy got a neck brace on?" And they showed him like the table.
Yo.
Ooh, Lord God, I didn't watch it.
Yo, his neck is broke for real, or it's a stain?
I don't know. I just know on his.
He'll be out next week.
If it wasn't broke tomorrow, when Randy gave him another RKO, it should have been broke. But yeah, it's a work. As they say in this business, it's a work. It's scripted.
Let me move on to the next segment here. Dear James, we got another letter, James. We got another letter. We got another letter, James. We got another letter here.
Front and center.
Oh boy.
If you wasn't here last week, D-Dubs opening it up with James, the angry one. If you don't know, we have a segment called Dear James, and this is the segment where kind of like Dear Abby, you know, if you got your sports take or you got a question or you want something answered, James is going to answer it the best way that he can, and he's going to be respectful and make sure he gives.
Hey, just know you may not like his answer.
Maybe.
So.
You may not like his answer. So we're not here. This is in a week. So
probably won't like his answer.
Yeah. So anyway, again, we got somebody that wrote in, and if you got a Dear James questions, just tap into info@sportschasers.net. I'll have it down here on the screen here in a second. Just email us and just attention, Dear James, and just give us your sports question or take or whatever, and we'll let you know. You know, you might have you might have saw a clip of DA saying something, Dear James, why did DA, but then we got out, what grinds.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't send him no letter.
What you say? Don't do that.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Don't do it.
Oh man. So let me get to it. There you go. James is front and center. It's me again. She says, Mel from Miami. She says, follow up on my question about women in baseball. Thank you for sharing your perspective. I really hope that the future of women have more opportunities in baseball, including professional teams and even something like a World Baseball Classic for women. I also want to ask, why does the Women's Football League? Why does the Women's Football League have different uniform standards compared to the National Football League? The WFL uniforms appear much more revealing, resembling underwear and bras rather than standard athletic gear. Is there a specific reason for this difference? Women are more than how they are presented physically, and I believe they deserve the same level of professionalism and respect and representation as men in sports. This is Mel in Miami asking Dear James.
Uh-oh.
All right. So once
Be
again,
easy.
I'm gonna start this off with, let everybody understand that this is just my perspective. This is just my take. You know what I'm saying? These fine gentlemen that's up with me, they might not even agree with me, and that's fine. That is okay. We are all different. We all have different opinions, different takes. Right. It is what it is. Dear Mel from Miami, welcome back. Welcome back, dear Mel from Miami. I may sound like a broker, but I'm gonna say the same thing I said last week. It's the market. Nobody wants to see women, obviously, in regular pads like the men. They want to see them in little clothing. Oops. That is the market. If it's still thriving, I don't know how long this league has been in existence, but if it's still thriving, it's because there's a market for it. Again, where are the women? Where are the women like yourself who want to see women in sports expand? There is far more women than there are men. There are far more women than there are men. If y'all come together like y'all do in certain scenarios, you wouldn't even be writing this letter to Dear James. You wouldn't, because you would probably be front and center at whatever league, at whatever sport that the women are in. But here we are today, 2026. This is what, April the 20th, excuse me. Yeah. There's no market for it. And again, like I said last week, hopefully down the road, maybe there will be a market for women's football like it is for the men. Take flag football. Take what you have now and run with it, and let's see what happens down the road. But that is my take, dear Mel from Miami.
And if I may, I was just looking at. I heard something today from my boy Chris Carter. Was on something. He said there are 100 Division I schools that have flag football, college flag football sanctioned. The next Olympics are going to have flag football, like women's flag football. they're going to have men's and women. So the flag football is for both men and women in college. And it was stated that by the next year or two, there are going to be 300 D1 schools giving out scholarships of some sort to flag football teams. So there is we don't know yet, but due to the growth of young ladies playing flag football in the country, and there's an NFL program, there may be a market sort of going forward. But we still won't know, until you throw it on Channel 7. I'm saying I'm old, so I say 7. Till you throw it on ABC and you see what the ratings look like, right? So you can say that, yeah, women need to play baseball, but there have been women's professional leagues, and there still are professional women's baseball leagues. But guess what? Nobody watches them. They're on the Ocho. They're on the Ocho. If it wasn't on the Ocho, and they was on the regular ESPN, people would watch it. But they do watch on ESPN women's softball. NCAA does a great job doing that. But they do it in college, and that's it. They don't put the women's professional softball leagues on TV because no one wants to watch it. Doesn't mean they can't play. It just means that nobody wants to see them play.
And I'm gonna say this too, just to put a bow on this, Kev. Kev says this many times on this show. These guys would, we talk about hip hop, we would talk about, the sports and how things were changing. Things were not being force fed to us today like it was back in our heyday, so to speak. And I was like, yo, man, you got to change the channel, bro. Change the channel. Just because something is not front and center, right in your face all day, every day, does not mean that it does not exist. So again, Mel from Miami, thank you again for your letters back to back. I appreciate you. Maybe you need to do a little bit more digging, and maybe you will find exactly what you're looking for. Now, it may not be on the grand scope of the 3 and 4 letter networks, but it's probably out there.
And there is, if I may add, there is a couple other women's football leagues. Of course, they're not whatchamacallit, they're not as prominent out there, but I know one. I actually know an owner, and I actually know a excuse me, somebody that plays for one of the leagues, and they're not on TV or anything like that. I think they're on YouTube. But Mel, I want to say this, and maybe I can send it to you or whatever. But they have a YouTube channel for it, man. There's a following for it. I don't know the name. I don't have the name of the league in front of me right now, so I'd be remiss to say, don't want to say the wrong name, but there's a market for it. Like you said, man. He told us this a long time ago, man. Change the channel, man. Change the channel. Man.
Eric opened my eyes a while ago, man. Way back.
Yeah.
Like 10 years ago, we talking about hip hop. He's like, yo, D, you got to find what you want, man. You can't complain that they ain't playing the hip hop you don't like. They still make it. You got to find the music you want to listen to.
You got to find it.
Yeah.
Got to find it.
Definitely. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Dear James. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Let me go real quick. Ryan keeps popping in and out. I think he should be back on real quick. Let me just run through Major League Baseball real quick. We talked about baseball over the weekend with Al. If you haven't missed the episode, check it out, please. The dugout report with Alvin Clausen, man. Al's that main man when it comes to so to baseball. And when we did that episode the other day, the Mets have lost 9 in a row, and they have lost 2 more, and they lost 11 in a row, bro.
We ain't gonna talk about that. All right, minor league. We're not talking about minor league teams. All right.
Shohei Ohtani extended his on-base streak to 51 games, the third longest in Dodger history. All 5 National League Central teams are over 500. Analysts is calling this the best division in baseball.
Yeah,
the National League Central Division. So shout out to the Pittsburghs of the world, Chicago, the Cubs, Cubs has won 5 in a row. The Cardinals have won 5 in a row. The St. Louis Cardinals 5-game win streak, leading 11.1 walk rate ratio. The Minnesota Twins, number 15, Royce Lewis, he sprained his knee on April 19th, expected back Tuesday versus the Mets. The Sacramento Athletics, Shea Langlis launched a 467-foot, and if you didn't see this, man, this is straight crazy. Longest ball in baseball in 2026. The Red Sox walk-off win streak in their Green City Connect jerseys. That's the 7. They have 7 straight walk-off wins according to this. The Angels baseball world, and we talked about this on the Dugout Report. Garrett Anderson, this week he passed away at age 53, way too young and too soon, man. Garrett Anderson was that dude. If you don't know,
dead serious.
He was that sweet lefty swing that he had, bro.
He was very serious, man.
Yeah, reliever, the Washington Nationals reliever Orlando Robaltos earned his first save, and he got optioned to AAA the next day.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, hey, and all you White Sox fans, and I caught this early with this dude. D-Dub sent something the other day. This guy hits Munetaka Murakami, the White Sox Japanese import. He has 6 home runs in his first 20 games, including a grand slam. And he hit a ball the other day at what's that, guaranteed rate field or rate field they call it now, man. Bro, it's still traveling, bro.
I saw they hit it with an aluminum back. I was like, damn, what the hell? What the hell is going on with that, man?
Man, so it's something else, man. So so that's some of the storylines to watch out for. And hey, baseball is moving and grooving, man. So we definitely appreciate that. Let me just go to the NHL real quick. Dan did something on the NHL yesterday. Make sure you check out that episode. He gave us his prognosis for the playoffs.
Canes.
Yeah,
nothing already, baby. I'm sorry.
No, you good, man. You good. Yeah, we was asking for you. He said I wish E was here so he could talk about his Canes, man. But yeah, the Canes, they lead the Senators 1-0, and they're playing tonight. E, you said it's 1-0 already. Or you just saying 1-0?
4 minutes and 38 seconds left in the first period. Senators is on a power play right now as we speak.
Yeah, Brady Tkachuk and Jordan Stahl. If you didn't see it from game 1, they just took the gloves off and they just started rocking and rolling. That game is on ESPN tonight, as we're saying.
Also,
go ahead.
Dan picked the Canes and Avalanche to meet up. If I'm not mistaken,
he did.
Yeah,
yes, he did. Picked the Canes and the Avalanche to be in the Stanley Cup final. That he did. So, shout out to the Canes.
Don't get there. Ooh, yeah, I'm gonna go on rant. I'm gonna just say that right now. It's gonna be a dear James to myself. If the New York Knicks and the Carolina Hurricanes do not make it at least to the finals, I have a dear James to myself.
It's gonna be a problem. Huh?
Hopefully, it won't happen, but look out for it.
Okay, is it right? Info at sportschasers.net. Sir.
Yeah. See you.
Jesus.
Would that be something, dear James?
Who's this, James? Who's this, James?
Yes,
dear James. Who are you? I'm James. Who are you? I'm James. James on James violence.
James on James.
Oh man. You had the Sabres. The Sabres came back yesterday, down 3-0. Man, they won that game. That was crazy work they put in. They wanted winning that game 4-3. Man, they're up 1-0. The Flyers, the Turnpike series. The Flyers lead that series on 1 game. None. They beat the Penguins on Saturday, 3-2. So they're up and they're playing tonight as we speak as well. The Avalanche in the Western Conference, the Avalanche, they lead the LA Kings 1-0. They beat the Kings on Saturday 2-1. Colorado finished with a best 55-16 record, best record in hockey. They are the Stanley Cup favorites. The Wild beat the Stars 1-0 also on Saturday. They lead 1-0. They're playing tonight. They beat the Stars. Wild beat the Stars 6-1 on Saturday. The Knights defeated the Utah Mammoth on Saturday again, 1-0. They won that game 4-2. Nick Dowell selected the seal the win late. John Tortorella era off to a winning start. If you don't remember, Tortorella, he just got hired. They fired the coach, and Tortorella got brought in right probably about 2 weeks left in the season. And then you have the Edmonton Oilers versus the Anaheim Ducks, game 1 tonight at 10 p.m. on ESPN2. McDavid and the Oilers start their run. Ducks quietly are dangerous, according to prognosticators. So that's what's going on. Did I hear? I thought Ryan was here. Ryan didn't get here. Oh, there you go. Ryan's right there. On cue. Oh, no, right there. On cue. Ryan's right there. Ryan's right there. All right, so we covered the NHL. Dan will be back. We will not be on Thursday, but I'll cover that a little bit later. We got the crossover with my main man, Ryan D'Souza. Let me cue his music up here.
Play it.
Oh, God damn. All right.
That sound like the meters, boy.
Razor Ramon here. Go ahead, Razor.
Mike.
Hey, yo.
Ryan, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, man? What's going on?
What's good? What's good, family? What's going on, fellas?
What up?
Jive time, motherfucker.
What up?
Can you dig it? No, what's good? What's good? Oh,
NBA, which series you want to start with, man? Let's let you know what I got my favorite, not my favorite. Let me
y'all just tell me what to go with, and I'll just chime in. Whatever y'all want to talk about, man. It was a good weekend. Game ones. All the home teams won except for the number 1 seed.
Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit Pistons. And the Detroit Pistons might be the most flawed number 1 seed I've ever seen.
So that's the
flawed.
That's the series you start with. Let's start with that series, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Orlando, right? Everybody had written off for dead, right? Orlando, they just don't look like they want to play. They don't want to play with each other, and they look bad. Paulo and the coach are going at it. They don't like each other. All this stuff. Can Paulo and Franz play together? You have all that back and forth, right? But one thing I've been saying this whole year, because before the season started, with the move, getting Desmond Bain and bringing in that his caliber of shooting, and with Boston, people not thinking Boston was going to be in the top tier of the conference because of the Tatum injury, the players that they lost. Everybody thought it was going to be a gap year. The Knicks basically bringing everybody back. Cleveland, getting Harden at the trade deadline, and Orlando was a fan favorite, and a lot of people who were projecting, to be a top 4 seed in the in the Eastern Conference. People didn't even have Detroit as really a top 4 team. I thought Detroit was probably going to be maybe 6-5 again, like they were, but everybody's favorite team, everybody was picking to be a top 4 team in the Eastern Conference was Orlando. And what happened was, one, we didn't see Paulo take that next step, right? Mm-hmm. That next superstar step. Now and granted, this is only his fourth season, so he's still young, super young, right? So maybe that was a little bit unfair to say, okay, he's going to take that kind of a leap. And then Franz, he got hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Franz got hurt early. Then when Franz came back, Paulo got hurt. So they never had their full team, to be honest with you. So now they come in, they're playing bad at the end of the season. They're, you know what I mean? They just don't look like they're peaking, or they don't look like, now I don't even want to say a contender. They don't even look like, they're fighting for their playoff lives in the play-in. And one thing that happened is they moved on. You know, they won the I think they lost the first game, correct? I believe they lost the first playing game.
Yeah, they lost
Yes.
the first playing game to Philadelphia.
Right, they lost the first playing game. Yeah, right, and then
and then they went on to move on to Charlotte.
Team to Charlotte, and they dismantled Charlotte, right?
No, they drowned. They drowned them. They took them straight out to the deep water and drowned them like old cat.
Right. Right.
Like
so
you take a cat and just put them in the water.
Old cat. What kind of shit is that?
Right. So
hold on. I'm sorry, Ryan. Hold on. We're not gonna let that pass. Hold on, Ryan. One second. It's cat killing shit you talking about. When did you learn this?
Yo, Peter gonna be on this.
Yeah, they're gonna be on our neck. I'm sorry. My apologies, man. My apologies.
What the hell?
I'm just trying to how bad Charlotte looked. I mean,
yes, they did. They did, but
it was awful. But
they got throttled. Let's just say that.
Yeah, throttled. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ryan. I'm sorry.
Especially coming off that great game against the Heat, right? Where the Heat thought they won, then Charlotte thought they won, then the Heat thought they won, and it was so many like crazy shots being made and situations in that game at the end.
Yeah.
But for Orlando to do that to Charlotte, they were like saying, okay, nobody was still kind of, nobody still wasn't taking Orlando seriously because that's a young Charlotte team, right? They just came off that epic game with Miami. So nobody's really taking them serious, right? So and I'm gonna open up and saying, right, for as good as Detroit has been this season, because even Cade missed a lot of time. For as good as they were this season, they still, they have flaws. Whether it's their shooting, whether it's their bench production, whether it's if Cade does go out, who's the other guy because they lost talent. They lost Tim Hardaway Jr. They lost the other guys with the gambling probe. So they were missing a lot of shooters. So, but they still did their thing. Was a number one seed, and now I say this: Orlando and Detroit they're sort of similar, right? Where you have good size, not great shooting. They're physical. They're big. They're gonna play hard. So they're like a carbon copy of each other, right? In a sense. And what happened was you saw a team that was off for a long time. Because they didn't play. They already wrapped up the number one seed, so they were off for a long time. And so was it rust versus a team? So maybe Detroit was just rusty off the long layoff, and then Orlando, basically was battle tested. You know what I mean? So, in the play-in, so that could be it too. But my point is I'm making about Orlando. Orlando was a team that everybody was high on. And now that they're fully healthy, and now they had success in the play-in, and now they stole game one. Hey, they're going to be a problem for Detroit. So Detroit needs to go ahead and get game two. And Detroit just came out. They were just flat. They came out flat. Orlando was pushing the pace, getting up and down.
Orlando did not lose the lead. Detroit never took the lead, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they won wire to wire. Wire to wire. Suggs and Paulo, they set the tone from the jump. Paulo looked like the number one pick last night or whenever they played. He looked at like the number one pick of the draft. That's the Paulo everybody wants to see, and all the intangibles from Suggs. You saw that in full display. And so, hey, it's the good thing with Detroit. Hey, it's a series. Okay, you lost. Now you have to just get game one. You can't compound this and lose game two on your home floor. Now you're in some serious trouble. Because one thing about momentum, we know how momentum can can change in a sports series or a sporting any type of sport. Momentum is key. That's why we have timeouts to try to stop the momentum. But Orlando was just Orlando just played. They just played well. They played well, and Detroit, they looked slow. They looked like they were stuck in mud. It looked like the layoff really hurt them. But that's no excuse, because there's other teams that was coming off a layoff. OKC was coming off a layoff, and we saw what they did to Phoenix. So
no contest.
So and I said from the jump, I think OKC is another stratosphere by themselves, because they've had a lot of injuries and still had the best record in the whole NBA. So I just think it was just a matter of Detroit just coming out slow. They were flat. They still played hard. You know what I mean? So that's never going to be an issue with Detroit. Duran had a horrible game. Who was a first-time All-Star, a double-double machine, but he didn't impact the game. So we'll see what happens. But listen, I always say a series don't start until the road team wins. The road team just won. So now that we have a series. Every other team can be like, okay, the home team did what they were supposed to do. Game 2, let's try to steal one. All the pressure now is on Detroit. So we'll see what Detroit is made of. We'll see what Cade is made of. Can Cade galvanize the troops and get them to where they need to be? I think they will. But now, losing this first game, we might have an extended series. So, but like I said, this Orlando team was projected to be a top 4 seed, and now we're probably seeing it because now they're all healthy.
That game, the next matchup, the Pistons and Magic, they'll tap up on Wednesday, April 22nd, at 7 p.m. In Detroit. Ryan, let me move on to the next game I want to concentrate on real quick. The Spurs and Blazers. Victor Wembanyama, he scored 35 points in his first playoff game, his playoff debut. Your thoughts on this series?
Yeah, that was I like what I saw from Portland. Even though they lost, they battled, they got down early, came back, took a lead, a second half, or tied the game. They were right there. But San Antonio just comes at you with waves, man. They're so deep. The coach is doing a phenomenal job putting players in the right position to be successful. So, and they have Wemby. And and De'Aaron Fox showed up. De'Aaron Fox had a quality game. He was hitting his tough shots. So they just come at you in waves. And whenever you have that beast in the middle who can basically do everything on the floor, it's going to be tough for Portland. But hey, look, kudos to Portland though, man. Nobody thought Portland was going to make the playoffs. Nobody.
No.
In the Western Conference, especially as a 7th seed. Yeah. So nobody thought that. So they're ahead of schedule. So they can build on this. I doubt they'll win a game. I think they're gonna get swept.
Nobody placed a bet on Portland. Nobody.
Yeah. So, but this is good experience for them. This is good experience for Scoot. Good experience for Shannon Sharp, Devi. He's just balling. First time All-Star. He gets to the free throw line like nobody's business. He's
shout out to that kid. That kid right there.
He's good, man. He's good.
He's good.
Right. And
scored 30 last night. So
I don't understand why Washington got rid of him. He said that he wasn't part of their timeline. The guy just turned 25. You traded him 2 years ago. He's 23. What timeline do you want?
He's still a kid. He's still learning.
I just don't get it. I just don't. Yeah.
That just shows you what Washington. They don't know.
Yeah, but this is going to be good for Portland. Coming up, they're going to get Dame back, and it's a good look for Portland. I did not see this coming. But San Antonio is just too tough, man. Like I said, they're coming at you in waves. They have everybody on the team for San Antonio can make a play. Either they can pass, shoot, or dribble. Nobody's not is nothing being stagnant out there. They're constantly moving.
Yeah.
They're going to play good defense. If you get beat, I mean, then you have Wemby back there, and his backup played well last night. The center who won a championship with Boston, he played well last night. So they didn't miss a beat. But again, Portland came back, made it a game, and they competed, and that's all you want to see. But it's going to be tough sledding for Portland to get a game, I believe, in this series.
I agree.
Gotcha. Let me move on, Ryan, to your team, the Rockets. They faced the Lakers. Lakers lead 1-0. Your thoughts on this series?
Okay. I'm not the game. I knew once KD was out, I'm like, oh my God, we're in trouble. Right? Because here's a situation. And I'm not even so much mad at the game. Whatever. KD didn't play, we lost. Okay, cool. They didn't have Luka and Reeves. But what KD has meant for the Rockets this season, this dude out of 82 games played 80. He only missed 2 games. At 37 years old, and the second leader in minutes at 37, Amen Thompson was number 1, his teammate. It's too many minutes. And I get it. KD wants to play, and we all praise that, right? We don't want nobody load management. And kudos to KD. He shows up. But this is my thing. Okay, you just got to finish playing 82 games. Why the hell are we having a practice, a contact practice where he can bang knees with somebody on a Thursday, and the game is Saturday? You put the dude in bubble wrap and let him sit his ass down. Like, what are we doing? What kind of practice can you possibly have where he bangs knees with somebody? It should be a walkthrough. It should be him shooting free throws, him getting shots up. Nobody should be 10 feet near this guy. And you jeopardize because you want to practice in 2 days before the playoffs. What you practicing? Practicing what?
You want to fire Ime, right?
Like. I love the tenacity that Ime brings to the team. He changed our culture, and I appreciate him. But he has to do a better job offensively, putting the guys in better sets. And the one thing I'm starting to not like about Ime, he's making the game about him. Like, he still thinks he's a player.
Oh yeah,
like
you referring
to
him and LeBron,
right? Exactly. Listen, I don't need my coach getting into it with players. The coach needs to get into it with the referees and try to get calls from the refs. We know you're a tough guy, dude. You guys separate yourself from that. You can't be getting technicals because you're arguing with players. Stop already. It's nonsense. Stop it. I told you guys from the jump. It's all good with this tough man, this tough coach, tough love stuff when you're winning. But as soon as you start losing, you can't keep calling out your players. Oh, we were just out physical and all that. No, maybe it's just because you couldn't assemble a good offense to put your players in the best position to win or to be successful. And it has to be better. I don't want to see Alper Sengun posting up at the 3-point line. I get it. He's a hub. He's a facilitator. He should be nowhere closer to free throw line. Free throw line extended and to the post, and then let him do his work there, and then he can pass out and make plays. It's too stagnant. And then once KD was out, it was like they forgot how to play basketball in the second half. Like, right. And my thing is with Ime, right? You know Austin Reeves is out. You know Luka is out. Okay? We know LeBron is 41 years old and in his 21st season. Don't double team LeBron. Let him be a scorer. Let him score and stay home with everybody else. You here trapping LeBron and trapping Marcus Smart. And all they're doing is just making the extra pass. And now Luke Kennard is looking like Drazen Petrovic out there tearing us up for 27 points. It's ridiculous. Like, let LeBron Be a scorer. Don't let him start to facilitate. That's what he wants. Now you get everybody else involved. Now you get confidence. And at that time, and I'm not trying to poo-poo Luke Kennard. He's a great shooter. He can shoot, right? But he's taking
Dalton Connect.
Huh?
Wasn't that Dalton Connect that scored them points?
Dalton Connect didn't even play. It was Luke Kennard.
Yeah, Kennard.
Yeah, Dalton Connect hasn't played since the early in the season. So I don't know what's up.
Can't seem to beat out Brownie for whatever reason.
For whatever reason. And Brownie only played 4 minutes, so let's not go crazy. But I'm just saying, like, why are we trapping LeBron? If I'm them, let LeBron be a scorer. Let him do that and take everybody else out. And then at some point he's going to get tired. I mean, it was just a bad game plan all around for the Rockets. They came back and cut the lead to 2 at halftime, and I thought, okay, here we go. And Reed Shepherd shot bad. Amen Thompson shot bad. Alperen Sengun shot bad. The only Jabari Smith shot bad. The only one that showed up in as far as having a good shooting percentage was Tari Eason, and we need that from him. So listen. We don't have Fred VanVleet. We don't have Big Steven Adams, and now we don't have KD. So we're in trouble.
So what I hear from you, how much longer are you giving?
Huh?
He ain't playing this game either?
They haven't announced it yet, but KD plays, man. Like, he doesn't miss games. So if he's missing a playoff game, it's got to be serious than what they're letting on. It's not no day-to-day type thing. Like, I don't expect him to play tomorrow. I really don't.
Wow. Hey Ryan, so what I get from you, how much longer do you give Ime Udoka coaching your team? Because I sense that you're ready to fire him or get rid of him, and maybe next year.
No, it's not that I'm ready to fire him because listen.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's your team.
But no, I'm not. Like I'm saying, I'm not ready to fire him. So
okay,
it's not that. But you can see that he has to change. He has to make adjustments, not only with his coaching, but with his personality.
What you're saying is the same thing I was asking about Tibbs last year. You got to change, and we never got it. So I'm just be on the lookout.
And I'm not telling you to change, but you gotta know when and where. You gotta know how to adapt.
Yeah,
like enough what you arguing with players, dude. You're not a player anymore. You're not. And enough what you. Every time we lose, it's always we got out physical and out this. When every game we lead, we dominate and rebound. If you check the stats, the Rockets took 27 more shots, guys. Yeah. 27 more shots.
Hold on, Ryan. I think James got a question for you. Go ahead, G.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a quick question, Ryan. In your humble opinion, what has changed? I mean, outside of players there, what has changed is Ime's coaching style from last year to this year? Do you see a big difference in his coaching style, or is it basically the same? And this is just because he doesn't have this guy and that guy.
Nothing's changed. I believe it's because he does not have Fred VanVleet. So the way he wants to play, he can't. But he's so stubborn with it that he's not going to adapt. He's not going to try to put them in the like for instance, Reed Shepherd. Look, I get it, man. He's a cone. He can't guard anybody. And the thing is with the Rockets defense, they don't want dribble penetration and you collapse in their defense. Just stay in front of your guy. But he doesn't laterally, he's not quick defensively, but he has great hands. He gets a lot of steals, a lot of deflections, a lot of blocks, but he gambles a lot. So what happens when he gambles and he misses, then the Rockets defense is at a disadvantage and they score. But it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because one, you need his ball handling, you need his scoring, you need his outside shot. So you gotta play him. But it's give and take. So I understand where he's coming from with like sometimes not fully believing in Reed because of the defensive woes that he has. But at this point, this is the hand you're dealt because you didn't go out and make a move at the trade deadline, which they really couldn't because they were kind of strapped. They were already close to the first apron, and the guys that they were going to get, it really didn't make any sense because everybody wanted Tari Eason, and they weren't ready to give up on Tari Eason. So, like, I heard that, go and get the sumo from Chicago, but they wanted Tari Eason. Kobe White, he wanted Tari Eason. But for every other team, they were taking scraps, but wanted Tari Eason from us. So I get it. But to answer your question, no, he hasn't really. It's the same philosophy, and he hasn't changed. And I'm not telling that he has to change. Just adapt sometimes. And at every press conference, it can't be every time we lose. It can't be we didn't bring the physicality. Like, this is not boxing. This is not wrestling, dude. This is basketball. Like the Rockets out rebound. You can't be not the physical team, and you're in every game you're beating the hell out of the people on the board. So you're being physical. So you got to take some accountability with the offense. Like I'm sorry, man, but he just has to learn how to adapt on the fly, and that's where he's not. I personally believe he's not good at. He's good at having a game plan to start the game, but then within the game, he doesn't want to shy away from the game plan. He doesn't want to make that necessary adjustment. And you have to do that, especially in the playoffs. Especially in the playoffs, you have to make adjustments. Adjustments that you probably don't even want to do, but you have to. So,
right.
So I don't. Yeah.
Right. Let me move on. Let me move on to a couple other series. My Knicks are playing the Hawks right now. They're up 22-16
Mm-hmm.
in Game 2. They won in Game 1 the other night. They won 113. 102. What's your thoughts on this series, real quick?
Yeah. Yeah. This series, like, there's no secret. The Knicks wanted Toronto because that was just everybody kind of wanted Toronto, right? And I know, but it looks like the Atlanta wanted the Knicks because they could have won their last game and got Cleveland, but they sat everybody. And to be honest, I think it's a good equally matched teams as far as style of play and the way they want to play. But I would still favor the Knicks because the Knicks, they've been together. They've been together for the last two seasons, except for Cat.
Mm-hmm.
But so they've been around. This is Cat's second season. OG's been here for what? 3? Bridges 3. So
Bridges was less than Cat.
Huh?
Cat was here before Bridges. His fading away ass. Golly gee, he missing layups.
No.
Bridges was there before Cat.
Bridges was there before Cat.
Mikal Bridges was there before Cat?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was 3 years ago.
He was.
Yeah. Right. So.
Well, Fat Joe got on the yellow suit. Okay. Yeah.
So with the Knicks, everybody was talking about their chemistry and the thing, but the Knicks play hard, man. And the Knicks are gonna play, and the Knicks have a solid foundation with Brunson. We know what Brunson's gonna give you. We all say that he shoots too much, and for him to take the next step, he has to get players involved. But at least you got a hub, right? Now, who's the hub? Who's the hub for Atlanta? Is it NAW? He's still young. He's just, this is his first year. It's CJ McCollum's first year. So Atlanta is a fresh team. They're just starting to play with each other. Super talented, so they're going to always be in the games. They're going to make runs, but I see Atlanta probably winning one game. I think it'll be a gentleman's sweep for the Knicks.
I agree.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yep, the Knicks are up 28-20 with 131 left in the first quarter there in New York, Madison Square Garden.
Mitch already caught like 3 alley-oops.
Yeah.
Mitch balling.
Yeah, I just saw the last one there. That's pretty dope. The Cavs and Raptors series, real quick. Cavs are up 1-0. Your thoughts on this series?
Yeah, the Raptors. Something's missing with them. They have talent, but their talent are so they all play the same. It's like there's no variations. There's no versatility to their team. And Quickly's out. You guys know about Quickly that played for the Knicks, like Emmanuel Quickly. Yeah. A terrific player, but he's always in and out of the lineup. So you can't get any rhythm as a team when your guard is always, your point guard is always out. He's another shoot first point guard, but
you can't depend on him. Yeah,
but he can score.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he can put the ball in the basket.
But yeah, he can put the ball in the. Yeah, he can put the ball in the basket. Oh, we got a scuffle in the Knicks Atlanta game. But yeah, like I said, everybody wanted Toronto. I don't know what the score. What's the score in the game going on right now? I know they're playing now.
68-55, 7:23 left in the third.
Yeah, right. They just don't have the scoring as a team. They have scoring as individuals, right? You can, you with the Ingrams, RJ Barrett. So they have scoring as individuals quickly, but as a team they just don't mesh to me. They just don't mesh to me. And I think with Cleveland, now that they got Strus back, who came off the bench in game 1 and had 24 points, and he can flat out shoot it. So now they're healthy. Cleveland's healthy. So Cleveland can play any kind of, can play slow. They can play because they have Harden who can control the game in the half court, set guys up. You can play fast with Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell is a closer. You have the bigs. So they have a versatile type of game too. So I think Toronto's in trouble, man. I'm going to say a gentleman's sweep with Toronto and Cleveland as well, but it wouldn't shock me if Cleveland swept them. It really wouldn't. And I know, and I think Toronto actually played them well in the regular season.
Yeah, that's a good point. Ryan was alluding to in the Knick game. Mitch Robinson stood over Dyson Daniels.
No, he didn't stand over. He just walked over him. All right, he didn't stand there. He just he's walking.
Well, I don't know what you look. He stood over.
What?
No,
he stood over.
It was a pick, and he walked slow because he got bad feet.
Well, I mean, you could also walk to the side. You didn't have to walk over the dude.
He didn't want to trip. Y'all know how Mitchell always.
He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing.
Y'all know how Mitchell always trip on things, man. Shoot,
making Mitch, they look like they're getting a call right now. They probably give a technical foul. Ryan, the Nuggets series against the Timberwolves. Thoughts on that?
I think Ant is banged up, man. He doesn't look right to me. He had an okay game. He doesn't look right. He doesn't look right to me. And that team, they don't look connected at all. Minnesota don't look connected, but they're so good defensively. And like I said, they have Ant, Randall. They have a good squad. They can play different styles as well. I think that's going to go. I think that if Ant is Ant, I think it goes 7. But if Ant is not Ant, I would say probably 5 or 6. But if Ant got to be healthy. He doesn't look healthy to me, to be honest with you, man. He doesn't look explosive. I mean, like I said, he's still explosive, but he just doesn't look like Ant-Man. You know what I'm saying? He looked like Anthony Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah. But damn, man, that damn Joker. And Joker didn't even have a good game. I mean, he played out. He did all right. He didn't have a a great game to his standard, but they still pulled it off, and now they're healthy. Murray's playing well. So we'll see what happens with that, but the Rockets in Minnesota are kind of like similar to me. Like they just make the weirdest plays at times. There was a play with Rudy Gobert. They came back. They were down 5. They came back and then he tried to go behind his back and turned the ball over. Well, he didn't even have to do that. It was super weird. So sometimes they just do uncharacteristic things that's just not conducive to winning. But they've gotten to the Western Conference Championship, I think the last 2 years, right? Yeah. So you know what I mean? So that's still gonna be a tough series. That's still gonna be a tough. That's gonna go 6 or 7. That's gonna be a tough series.
And last but not least, the Celtics and Philadelphia, the 76ers series. Your thoughts on that?
That's
sweep.
Yeah, that might be a sweep. That might be a sweep, man. Yeah, that might be a sweep because I mean they need. Listen, they like for them to be successful, they need Joel Embiid. Let's be honest. Now we know that he's never available. I almost said never available, but he's always hurt half the time. It's always something. Now it's an appendix surgery. Listen, I saw the man last year against you guys put up 50 with half a face. The man had Bell's palsy and put up 50 points. Like it was. I mean, when he plays, he's so good. He's phenomenal when he plays. But damn, man, it's just bad luck with him, man. And if he was playing, I would say maybe it goes 6. But without him, they'll be lucky to win a game. Yeah, they'll be lucky to win a game, man. If Embiid doesn't play, and I don't know what the time frame is for a appendix surgery. I mean, I know it's it's like a couple of days and then you're up and going, but not to play a professional basketball game. I don't think you're gonna be ready for that. I mean, you can still live a regular life and do stuff, but not to play at a high level NBA playoff basketball game. So it's just unfortunate for Philadelphia, and on paper, man, when healthy, man, they got a squad. They really do. They just can't seem to get it together, and they just got a team now with Boston they're just super confident. They have a seasoned coach now who's a NBA champion, so he's confident. He looks like he's pulling all the right buttons with everybody. Everybody thought it's going to be a gap year for them. Jaylen Brown goes nuts. Damn near an MVP candidate, and then he holds the fort down, and then you damn near get a. It's like equivalent to making a blockbuster trade. You get back. Tatum, who everybody thought was going to be done for the season, and not only do you get him back, I mean, my God, the guy's been phenomenal on the boards, hitting shots. Like he looked like he hasn't like lost a step, and now kudos to them, man. They're going to be tough, and I can't wait for the Knicks Boston second round. It's going to be fun. So.
We talked about Joel Embiid. It says, and this is from the Sixers Wire, and Kai Carlin is the author. This is about 6 hours ago. It says, in terms of injury report, the Sixers will continue to be without Joel Embiid due to his recovery from his April 9th appendectomy surgery. The big fella
That's a tough word.
Yeah, is unlikely to play. Thank you, man. In round 1. As the regular recovery from this type of procedure is quite lengthy. For example, OG Anunoby underwent a same surgery in 2019. He had surgery on April 11th and was not cleared for basketball activities until June 2nd for the Toronto Raptors. So
right. So he's done.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much with that, man. Ryan, anything else about the NBA before we
No, man.
Real quick to the NFL. I got 2 things to talk about the NFL. Anything else?
No, man, that's it, bro. I'm good. That's it. Oh, and WNBA training camps opened up, so we're gonna have WNBA pretty soon, and I'll do a preview
Whatever.
upcoming show.
Gotcha. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. He's Ryan D'Souza. Right.
Hey.
Kevin, that black porn movie from the 70s music.
Yeah.
Black exploitation porn.
Yeah.
Yeah. To get canceled.
Chicka wow, chicka wow.
Hey, real quick, D-Dubs, your thoughts. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but the rest of the guys was on. We talked about the Giants trading to the Bengals and getting our main man. He wanted to go somewhere else. Your thoughts on that, real quick?
Yeah, he wanted to go somewhere else. I think it was a good move for both teams. Start with Cincinnati. Cincinnati gets a guy to stop up the middle. Joe Burrow got all his people paid, and they finally was able to get somebody to stop up the middle. So we'll see, with that, see what happens with him. Everybody seems to think that Burrow's on the clock. So we'll see with that. But as far as the Giants, man, I think, like I told you, we was talking about this about a week or two ago, and I said, go ahead and let him go. He wanted to get his paper. I understand that. Mm-hmm. Giants wasn't really trying to hear that because of a lackluster year that he had. He's still Dexter. Dexter Lawrence is, still a relatively great player. So, but hey, we got a 10th round pick, number 10 pick in the first round.
Yep.
Yeah, let's make it. There's some things we could do with that. So hopefully the Giants will do what they said. It looked like Caleb Downs is going to be the guy they select. Shout outs to the Apex, Gridiron Apex, because they was all over that. Talking about Caleb Downs. And so hopefully the Giants show up the defense, offensive line.
Yeah, great numbers this year.
They've been talking about a wide receiver. That guy from Arizona. I seen this dude. What's his name?
Arizona State, you mean?
Arizona State. You know his name, DA?
No. Well, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Wide receiver.
Good, yeah, he's good.
Yeah. They did a piece on him the other day, and I said, "Yo," so he's been coming up. So I don't know if the Giants been trying to make sure they get a offensive line and trying to.
There's a lot of receivers in this year's draft, though, man.
Getting a piece for to help out Malik Neighbors. So
it's a steep like DA says, it's a steep wide receiver draft.
Yeah, good core. So hopefully if you don't get what you want in the first round, they got
Jordan
37
Tyson from Arizona State.
Jordan Tyson.
Jordan
Yes,
Tyson.
sir. Yeah, Jordan Tyson. He's been climbing that board.
Yes.
He's been climbing the board. So he's definitely one of the guys people have been looking out for. So we'll see what the Giants do, man, because we have a couple of holes to fill. And like I said, good move. I think good move for both teams.
Got you. And some developing news. Adam Schefter said this earlier. The Eagles remain open to trading A.J. Brown. The Patriots remain highly interested in acquiring the star receiver, and conversations are expected to resume shortly on or before June 1st, likely culminating in a deal per league sources. As one source said about the Patriots' pursuit of Brown, they'll definitely be engaging then. A trade to New England is now considered likely, and that was from Adam Schefter's X account this morning.
Whatever, man. What did Diana Rossini say about it?
She was all over. What she said about it, DA, she was all over it. She was the one that started it.
Right.
She was the one that said that how unhappy AJ Brown was.
Yes, Lord.
And she continued to hammer the point of how unhappy AJ Brown was in Philadelphia.
Yes, Lord.
So,
Lord.
Which brings back to us what we talked about
last week.
How do I believe this chick? And how do I know there's no insider
Insider
No.
trading.
Yeah,
because now you know,
right.
yeah, because now you know,
And now all signs is pointing to the Patriots, right?
Yeah,
The
our
Patriots
boyfriend's
to
team.
get AJ Brown,
her baby daddy team.
right? So the Philadelphia won't trade or won't make nothing official till after June 1st because of the salary, the dead cap,
Yeah.
right?
Get that
So the
off.
money, so they could pay them off in 2 installments instead of one big lump sum, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right. So listen, man, this is exactly what I was talking about. Where we talking about the
Journalism.
conflict of interest and all this stuff. It's not a good look.
It's not about the dating. That's the little
No,
part. The
that
big part is the what it looks like for football. So
correct.
and
Yeah,
go ahead.
We
Go ahead, Jeff.
I said we had somebody. I want to say somebody on TikTok. Well, we all over the place. So somebody made a comment. Oh, you guys are talking about the dating. I said no. Nobody never said anything about that.
Please, sir,
No,
go read the long
cares.
go to the long form of the video and watch, and watching the entirety. We don't care about the dating. It's not. It's the look. It's the conflict of interest of things. It's the
journalism
integrity of being a journalist in the game. So let's keep it real. We know that it doesn't look good. It's not a good look. I'm sorry.
Really, on the bright side though, the Niners just re-signed Trent Williams for 2 years.
about to go there with you, D. Are you
Trent
happy?
Williams,
Yeah. Best left tackle in football.
Oh,
Right now.
Also,
It saves money on Ayuk. Now we got more money under the cap, so we get rid of Ayuk after June 1st. Same thing that's going on with AJ type situation, where it's only a $9 million hit against the cap rather than 20-something million. And we're going to trade him for something, because people like Ayuk. So we'll get a first or second rounder full show if we're not getting, players next year and the player this year. So we, I think we're good. I think we, good money with that. So,
Houston, Texas also signed Will Anderson Jr. If I'm not,
that's a bad boy there.
He got money. He got paid. I think one of the highest paid in the game.
That's a bad.
So shout out to him.
Linebacker.
Yeah, he got his money.
Yeah, he's a bad man.
Bad man. Some of the things considered with the draft is, I do know the draft is taking place at Acrisure Stadium this coming Thursday, April 23rd. Round 1, rounds 2 and 3 is Friday, April 24th. Rounds 4 and 7 will be April 25. Total picks, 257 picks total. 33 compensatory selections across 15 teams. This is the first time Pittsburgh last hosted the draft in 1948. 78-year wait. Wow. Some of the things to consider. The Raiders, they look like they're going to take Fernando Mendoza near universal consensus. Pick number 2 is still debated. Top contenders is a DT and an edge. Prospects from Ohio State. Ohio State's got a lot of dogs in this draft. The Jets, they got 2 first-round picks this year. Yeah. 3 first rounders in 2027, and they might take quarterback Todd Simpson. The Lions are eyeing a trade up.
I doubt that. So,
I mean, Geno Smith is, he's a stopgap, man. He's not the future.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, neither is Todd Simpson. So,
The bridge, man. The bridge. Listen, man. I don't know.
That ain't MC Shan out there. That
ain't bridge. The bridge. The bridge.
Nah, man. Look. Todd Simpson can play, but wasn't nobody talking about him being a first rounder. Until this process is already well into the process of do. Oh yeah, he can go in the first round. No one else is thinking that, and no one else is saying that. Right? Dudes like Trinidad Chambers is better than him. This one, that one better than him. So now we get to the draft, and everybody say, "Oh, this guy, he didn't play 30 games, man. Y'all can draft who you want. He ain't played 30 games. Say what you want to say." So I'm going with Bill Parcells. He ain't lose yet. He ain't played 30 games. So that's that.
That's Diaz's rule. Ever since I know him, if you're a quarterback, you should be playing 30 games, man.
That means you didn't play 2
By the time
seasons
you get
of
to the
college
NFL.
football. That means you did not play 2 seasons of football in college. That's all I'm saying, man. I mean, and he may be great, but that move is probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest, move up in any sport that there is. College quarterback to pro quarterback.
Facts.
So, we'll see. I mean, the people can tell me what they want to say, what they saw on tape, but I know in life, people get influenced by what they hear. And
That's
if
a
you hear
fact.
people on TV all the time talking about it, then all of a sudden yeah, he is pretty good. Of course he's pretty good. He played for Alabama. Of course he's pretty good. Of course he is. He played in the SEC.
Thank you, DA, because I thought I was something wrong with me.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so the Trinidad Chambliss.
Yeah.
Right? There's a bunch of good quarterbacks in the SEC.
Yeah.
So the kid from South Carolina got more games than him. And the kid in South Carolina is what? Coming back. So, experience matters,
I will still hold my I'm not going to go on my Alabama quarterback tangent tonight, but hey, we're going to agree to disagree with that one. I would not take Mr. Simpson in the first round if he does go. Wait till the second, third round.
Yeah,
but like you said, these guys are going to do, they got what they want to do.
Yeah.
Dante from East Coast, not East Coast, from Gridiron Apex was saying, how if it's up to him, man, no quarterback should be selected in the first round, man. Second, third, whatever, man, because the first round creates this urgency where you gotta play this person, you gotta, he's this.
It's designed for setup, and I think it's 100% correct because again, we didn't do this before. Remember, if you pick the quarterback, that quarterback is sitting for the most part.
Yeah.
He's not playing his first year. He's not playing the first year unless something happens.
I also think too that it's up to the organization to close out all of the outsiders. If you have a plan in place that you're going for instance, like the Raiders, right? You went out and got this. You went out and got a seasoned quarterback. Let this man sit. If you pick him first round, second round, regardless, let him sit. Cut out the outside noise. Let these guys know what your plans are and move forward. All that other talk outside of that building has nothing to do with nothing, but they allow it.
And just to jump to piggyback, what you're saying is, and that's if Kirk Cousins doesn't have a great season. If he loses the first 4 games, you still don't put this kid in. Listen, y'all. Listen, this is what the real world is, and I'm tired of this, and I'm gonna go to bed soon. But the reality is this, man. Before this year, Mendoza played 2 years of college football at Cal, and wasn't nobody saying he was a first rounder. The reason he's the number 1 quarterback this year is because no one else is coming out. I'm not saying he's bad or good, but we can talk about it, folks. He played with a team of 24 and 25-year-olds, dudes that knew what they were doing on the field. Good team, won the championship. Remember, he was only at Indiana 1 year, so you Indiana folks can miss me like he's an Indiana legend and he was there forever. Stop playing. He was at Cal for 2 years. All right,
A basketball school.
Yeah. Oh man, Mendoza, Indiana. Man, he didn't even have an address.
Not only that, who did they beat in the
His
national
mail was still going.
championship?
Yeah.
Who did they beat in the national championship?
Miami,
right? Miami had Carson Beck. How long was he there for?
1 year. Carson Beck had more big-time football experience.
Things don't mesh, man.
He had more big-time football experience than Mendoza did. Because he played 3 years at Georgia, in and out. He could never really secure. Well, he did secure the spot till he got hurt year before last. But like I'm saying, the point I was making is this, man. We had TV is, and that's why I'm not watching the draft this year. I'm thinking I'm dead up. No, I'm dead up, man. Like dead up. I'm boycotting, man, because I'm tired of things that I used to watch that was serious business become a TV show with idiots. Like just you making things up that ain't really there.
Oh, you are the get off my lawn guy.
Yes, I am. Get the funk off my lawn. I got a lot of guns. Stay off my lawns. All right. I don't want to hear Greeny talking about the draft and this guy. Oh, this guy's this. And listen, man.
Mel Kiper crying like he was last year.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it, man. So I'm not watching. All my boys, I got my peoples, my Niners people, they will text me. We make our pick, and they'll text me where I make our next pick, and then I'm going to bed. I'm not watching any of it. So
the DA has segued to we will not be on Thursday. I think I have it scrolling down here. We'll be off Thursday, so enjoy the draft and all that stuff. And Monday we'll be back to talk about and highlight some of the picks of the draft of the 3 rounds and see who did well. Probably give a little report card on those. But
last and now, Kevin, they got the draft on for 8 months. So the draft will be on for 8 months. So I can't do this.
Listen, great show, fellas. Great. I know we went over a little bit longer than we usually did, man. But we had to get a lot of stuff in, a lot of news, a lot of stuff getting in, man. But shout out to the Chasers Nation for your support. We appreciate you guys. You continue to keep coming through. We thank you. As we put out this really good sports content, man. Hey, party shots. Let's start off with the angry one. What you got for it? Dear James.
Dear James, yo, man, great Chasers Nation for all those that are in. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, dislike if you want. Put it in the comment section. Let us know what we're doing. Any little tidbits that you want to give us, and please keep the dear James letters coming in. Man, great show as you. And man, man, we'll do it again next week Monday, man. We'll see y'all back. Catch us on all our socials.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of posting going on, and we'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a great week.
Yep. Appreciate that. DA, what you got for us, sir?
I'm tired. Good night.
DA has a man from
I'm right there with you, man.
That was easy enough.
D-Dubs, what you got for us, sir? D-Dubs, he's gonna be on our socials. He's gonna be posting some stuff about the draft. So look out for D-Dubs. There's possibly some other the Chasers guys will be out there doing some stuff. But go ahead, D.
Yeah, man, great show as always, man. Everybody have a great week. We'll be off. Enjoy the draft. I don't think anything else is pressing coming up this week. If not anything I can't remember, but if anything, I'll be on social media. Try to get that popping.
Yep. No doubt. I don't have anything heavy. Shout out to those that's watching, like I said, and listening to the sound of my voice. Thank you so much on the podcast side. You guys have been doing a phenomenal job. Hey, come join us over here on the lives too. That's cool. If you want to catch us on the on the podcast, that's cool also, man. But so we thank you for all the support. We really do. Man, just enjoy your sports week. DA has already put it out there about watching the draft, man. You might need to just turn the volume down, man. Just watch just
muted.
I'm muted. I get all my analysis from the sports chasers and other YouTubers. I don't even go to these 3 and 4 letter networks, to be honest with you. So
I'm find some old wrestling and Lex Luger and Sid Vicious. Get some, that's what I'm going to. Devon Evans.
What you know about Sid Vicious?
Devon Evans.
He going back to WrestleMania 7 6. Shout out to the
hey, I'm going back to that Saturday morning after the video music box went off on the Spanish station, 47.
47.
You could watch the AWA where Harley Racing them would come on. That's the go back.
Yeah, channel 47. Where you hopefully you had the
had the antenna moving around. That antenna.
That damn channel was snowy.
Oh, the
Oh,
slitter.
very snow. Very snowy. Yeah, it's what, yeah.
You went
Y'all better
to
than
Radio
me.
Shack and
I had to have them.
Hanger. My hanger game
Yeah,
was
you had to get them
strong.
hangers and
Yes.
form them bunny ears and get it right, baby. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
my hanger game was strong, man. So you know, we put the TV closer to the window. You know, thought we was doing something. But yeah, that's
Yo,
y'all don't know the struggle, bro. Y'all
yeah,
really
yeah,
don't.
they have no idea.
yeah.
They don't know the struggle,
Yeah,
man. Listen, we're gonna get on out of here. Shout out to all those that came through. Shout out to Michael and Dan Katie could be with us today, man. Shout out to all the Chasers Nations, man. We really do appreciate you, man, for all that we're doing, man. So listen, we're gonna get on out of here. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator, for Daryl D-Dubs Warren, for the DA, for James the Angry One, for Ryan D'Souza, he had to step off. And the rest of the Sports Chasers. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers, man. Y'all be good, be great, be blessed. Hey, man, we'll catch you next Monday, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
You've been locked in with Sports Chasers, where conversation doesn't follow trends, it follows the game. If you rock with the discussion, tap in, subscribe, and join the community that keeps sports real. Until next time, stay locked, stay sharp, and keep chasing sports the right way.